Hello, my name is Gretchen, and this is the Vintage Seagull. The reason this YouTube is called the Vintage Seagull is I love seagulls. I've loved them since I was 3 years old. When I first went to the beach and first met them, I started feeding them. I find them very majestic and graceful, and I love the way they sing. And a lot of these YouTube channels use the term pinup. But I wanted to combine two things I love into one. And I'm filming this first video so you can see what I look like. No makeup, no fancy hair. My hair is quite long, and I plan to get it cut soon. And at first, I was not going to go through with this kind of vintage YouTube channel because I feel like it's all been done. I've really enjoyed many vintage YouTubers from 40s, 50s, 30s, which I've been getting into lately. And I have been doing vintage since 2009. So I started a long time ago, but even before I knew there was any YouTube videos on the subject. And the reason I decided to go forward with this, even though I think it's been done, is some more ideas of things that I can add have come to me that make my experience unique and hopefully add to the other vintage people and hopefully just not duplicating what they've already done, since I have a mix of other kind of experiences that I have seen that other people probably don't have. Now on to the subject. So when I've looked at what other people have done, I started doing some brainstorming of topics for different videos that I wanted to do. So some of them might be similar, makeup, hair, fashion, history, things like that, vintage exercises. But I wanted to also add the concept of elegance to it. There are some elegance YouTubers, and in my life, I kind of combine the two. I'm also a reenactor, which is how I got into vintage to begin with. So having that perspective of accuracy, and again, like most vintage people, I don't judge people for not being perfectly accurate because I've been a part of a lot of communities and societies where it's not about 100% rigid accuracy, but I've also been around reenactors who are pretty strict. Some other concepts and things I'd like to address are like exercise, health and nutrition, things that have resonated with me that maybe might not be 100% vintage, but I do have some great cookbooks. I do a lot from scratch kind of cooking. Some things I don't do or don't do well. I don't sew at all, so I can have some tips and tricks for people who don't sew. And workarounds and things like that. Hair is a challenge for me, but what I plan to do is practice my hair, and then when I'm good, do some videos. One of the challenges is my hair is very long and thick, so I'm going to get a vintage style haircut and actually get my hair thinned. So at some point down the road, I'll do that. I feel like I'm pretty good at the makeup side of things. And the big thing that I think I can add is I'm a classically trained soprano. I've been singing for 25 years. I started, with opera and pop and Broadway, and I sing at air shows and reenactments. So I can talk about music, playlists. I also swing dance and different kinds of things, learning to sing jazz and kind of to get the flow of things. I find it really interesting about vocal technique and history and things like that. So I kind of want to combine all those things together. So to recap, vintage, elegance, nutrition and exercise, music, a little bit of swing dance. So I'm hoping that this channel will be of interest to people in vintage and other parts of life where I'm kind of combining a few of my different passions together. To close this video, I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do for the very next video. The next video, I'm going to do what a lot of vintage YouTubers do, is tell their story. Tell their story about how they got into it with some photos and their transition to the vintage lifestyle. I hope you enjoy this channel and the perspective I have. Again, I'm not a professional videographer, so my filming might not be perfect compared to some of the other people's, but again, we learn as we go. So I realized, because I'm filming this with my iPhone, when it's faced upright, it doesn't look as good. So this is sideways. Going forward in future videos, I'll film it in this way. And by the way, the music for this video, I composed myself in GarageBand. It is like a 1920s inspired kind of song. Someday I'll complete it and maybe show it to you. And to be authentically myself, this is my least favorite part. Asking people to like and subscribe. Since this is brand new, I'm starting from scratch. So I don't want to be cheesy, but I kindly ask if you like my content or would like to look at it going forward, to contribute and be a part of my community. So thank you very much, and I look forward to this journey with you and doing this channel.